Hi, Ophiuchus. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. We're going to scry your ink made in your name and essence if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak. This is an ink blot or a rorschach. We'll add on tarot and oracle. And the spirit box here is obviously kicking ready to go for any audio additions that may further inspire, resonate, or release freely. Opis, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I am honored. Okay. Just noteworthy, if I didn't mention it earlier in July, but it is timeless. We are in Spiritual Sepia ink. I'm going to take a moment here. You're welcome to join me. So close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, letting go of the linear as we activate the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Ophiuchus, let's scry your aura. What's floating around? I'm seeing an old video game. And there are elves at the bottom here. I think an old video game might have come up. I can't remember. I can never remember. It's fine. So I'm down here is where the elves are. But then there's also like Deadpool's in there. Deadpool for sure. There's something else going on up there. Ooh, and then I see this, like those eyes. When we were kids, I don't know if I can still do it when they do that. You know, like the Batman mask. A lot of superhero stuff. Different kinds of superheroes. Like Batman, Deadpool. Are they like rogue, darker? Not darker, but whatever. There's like a word for it. Excuse me. Like they're not your typical superheroes. Okay, what else do we got going on here? All right. So I gotta turn it for a moment. I gotta dig in. I gotta dive in. There's a tired jester. It's like I'm tired. Maybe you're just bored. Boring. I don't know. I could be boring. That's fine. But it's like a tired jester. Like the hat that a jester would wear, and they would be fun and floppy to be like comical. But I feel like I'm tired. It could also be a child coming in. It could be a child and a lot of children. That's what I do remember in yours is like children energy. Because they're like carrying a blanket or something like that. So it's almost like I'm hearing like the joke's over or the joke's on you or something along that lines, Opie. So I don't know if there's like something going on in the aura of all the Ophiuchians. Okay, so it's taking me... Okay, I'm seeing like a wicked witch taking off. But I'm actually seeing it like a wicked wizard, not a wicked witch, but in that, kind of concept. I'm also seeing a bottle opener, old school one. Okay, and I'm also seeing somebody, I don't know if if you may surf or something along that line, so maybe have your dog with you, but something along that lines. There's water there.
Move over.
Is that what the dog says? Is move over, give me more space? Okay. So this video game thing, it might have been you guys last time. I'm going to have to check, but I don't think it overly matters. I think it was like Asteroid because I'm seeing it again. It's very like seeing graphics from a long time ago. But okay, so that's why it's taking me back there. Okay, so it's like I'm seeing the Commodore 64 kind of data, like when it's being printed out. Okay, so there's some sort of information I feel, it's taking me back into your secret little apothecary that the Ophiuchians have access to. I feel like granted. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like access granted. It's very fun. Okay, respectfully, I'm going to go in. Oh, I'm being shown to go this way. Okay. But there's like a booby trap. There's a booby trap in there. And there's people who keep an eye out on the booby traps. And the people that keep an eye on the booby traps are actually vultures. and Ophiuchians. I believe an abstraction of light just did a recent spirit animal reading on that. I will tag her below. I don't know if I can link to the video specifically, but I'll do my best in case you resonate with the Vulture spirit animal. Okay, so they keep an eye out in this booby trap for like remnants of things. Yeah, okay, so the apothecary. Where am I going? It's back to the Commodore 64. Ka-chee, 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 ka-chee. There's a lot of patience. I don't think, I don't want to say not everyone has the patience for this, to receive this information because it's ancient. That's what like the Commodore 64, it's bringing me into like ancient information, and it comes in slowly, differently, almost like if you, like I don't want to say like a kid nowadays, but okay, let's just say for a kid nowadays, for simplicity's sake, like may not know what, like a rotary phone is or something like that, right? So the information looks weird and it takes a long time for the whole image to come out. Yeah. Okay, this is ancient information. Okay, so, and it's like different Ophiuchians come in. Oh, okay, so there's another face in there that chases out. It's like a white spirit that chases out any of these. You see in the negative space there, but it's like a face, and they chase out these wicked wizards. I feel like I'm talking really, really fast. And they like, so like it's like their broomstick or whatnot. And way in there. Oh, sorry. My hair's a mess. There's like so much humidity here. Like, I don't even know that you can see it. Like, it's so small as those vultures because they're focusing on this booby trap where people try to jump, but it's like, you know, those carnival games where it looks like, oh, just ring toss, or, oh, it's just this, some sort of carnival games. Everything's slightly askew. But this is like working, I don't know if you guys have this as some sort of security measure for this apothecary, for this Akashic apothecary. That's what it was. I remember now. Access granted to this data, to this information. Oh, okay. Yep. And then it's like I'm seeing somehow that there's like other carnivals, like this might be with the kid thing as well. Again, just watching children being guardians of, okay, not necessarily young souls, because it's like, you know, that they could be like wise ones in current small human form. They're like partners. They're celestial partners. But I don't know if there's like some sort of list you guys get, or it's like a resonance. I swear a lot of you do like some, yeah, like even see here, see if I can do this. It like shines a light down. And there's something about male energy, because even though there's a female in here, it's the male. And when I said witch or wizard, it was like I wanted to be all encompassing and saying witch or wizard, but it felt very wizard-like. Maybe some of you are working in wizardry, and other wizards that work, I don't know if it's like against or something along that lines. Anyway, so it's like you can see these children that aren't children, but soulfully they're not children. Even other Ophiuchians and other people in different signs. And you understand what different partners have been placed in different places, in different bodies, in different ages. So there's always a group working for this ancient data. Maybe it's like I want to say like an ancient mission, but I'm saying the word ancient because I'm seeing it like ancient language, but I don't know that it is. I don't know if there's another word for it. That's okay. because they are a blessing and they might be being forced into things. Now, I want to bring this home into male energy of the Ophiuchian energy. I feel like that's being highlighted. So, okay, so there's stuff going on in the collective. I want to bring it home. In the male energy of the Ophiuchians, they might be going through blessings, to receive the blessings because of some sort of force you've taken care of or you're utilizing. And I don't mean brute force. I mean you have worked through a force, like Star Wars, the Force, the Jedi Force, and you have worked through something, specifically the male Ophiuchians, energy, not earthly expression. And you might have felt like you went through some dark night of the soul, or if you follow other teachings and other learnings about, you know, Saturn's return, 50. Okay, if any Ophiuchians, it's that tired energy. It's like the arms crossed is like, I'm just tired. No joke. It's no joke anymore. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. And when I followed that rabbit hole, in whatever personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic aspect this might be in, it's like there's no force to be had. But being stubborn creates a block versus a blessing. Does that make sense? Because there's something, the male energy might be a little exhausted. Okay, wandering into the female energy, Gemini. We're going to wander over. We have third house messages and Virgo, I analyze. Okay, so we are wandering into the female energy. So it's the female energy of the Ophiuchians, or the plus and the minus. You apply whatever polarity you would like to create the full circuit. The myth, the lore, the legend of the white calf buffalo woman, something along that lines. Okay, so there's like a buffalo with a bear, a buffalo and a bear, and there's messages coming through the feminine energy. While the male aspect has already gone through something and like committed to some sort of like, I'm going to say like Jedi training. Okay, but there's like a tiredness. And also because of any sort of collective work that you're doing, it's exhausting. The devil. It's exhausting, like dealing with the devil. Okay, so the female energy comes in. I hope this is all making sense. No idea if it does, but I feel like it does to me. While the male is in a replenishing right now, maybe some humor, comedy is kind of coming up. Like I'm feeling like make it lighter. If there's a gruff on, granted for a good reason, but I'm seeing like lighter things, watching comedy or I don't know, whatever you do to lighten things up, because staying in the stubborn state is closer to the energy that you just defeated. Does that make sense? Okay. The female energy, I'm back up. Yeah, you don't have to talk, right? Because it's like this masculine energy, it may not be about talking. It's like digesting and releasing it. So it's not held on. But the Virgo, the Virgin, the female energy or the feminine energy is, okay, thank you, is up in the Akashic Apothecary. And the femme energy is receiving the messages of like that ancient language I was talking about, right? Okay, so that's where we are. That's where we're at. Thank you. The buffalo calf woman. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing cow udders as well. Guilt. If anyone feels guilty, if there's any Ophiuchians feeling guilty, like I didn't do enough, I'm not doing enough, something along that lines, I do feel like that's, I want to say compassionately, like granted, I understand, but it takes you closer to what it is that what you just defeated, or what you don't want. It's on the bottom. Don't worry about it, it's upside down. These cards are in a complete state of chaos. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the feminine energy of the Ophiuchians it's like with the Seven of Swords. Don't worry that it's reversed, because it's actually not. It's just the chaos of my cards. Plus the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So if any of these cards mean anything to you, you know the drill. Follow that first versus my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. And if I didn't say so already, please like, share, subscribe. And thank you to all those who donate and support the channel, buy me coffee, all that. Like, you just warm my haunted heart. Like, truly, truly, truly. Okay. But I want to get back to you. Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles as well. The cow udders. Thank you. Cow symbology may mean something to somebody. Two of Cups is on the bottom with the Seven of Cups right behind it and the star. You did it. You did it. You did it. But Five of Pentacles, not without some sacrifice. Possibly not without some guilt. Possibly whatever the case may be. Feel it and then raise it up. Humor, laughter, hobbies, family time with the Ten of Cups. Spend time with your family. You know, gratitude in the simplest way. Gratitude that you can go and, you know, get a soda pop or an ice cream. It's simple. It's simple. You can't be everywhere. You can't do everything. You're one part of the collective is what's coming through. And on a personal level, rejuvenating is the best thing you can do. Okay, so the feminine energy, sorry, I got distracted when I was looking at the cow udders. It's okay. The feminine energy is working at holding close. It's going to mirror the masculine. If the masculine's energy of Ophiuchian is feeling stubborn, the female energy is going to hold things close. It's because of something that's going on in the collective, or it's happened in your individual life. If something's been taken or stolen, or you've had to fight, right, through some sort of fight, or fight for what you want, or some sort of force that you have broken through, a frequency you have broken through. But I'm tired. But it could create like this security almost. Okay, I'm going to hold things close, absolutely, but peacefully, versus out of angst. Okay, so that's what she's doing. She's also holding close what you've done, the feminine energy. There also might be some Ophiuchians that are in a relationship that is possibly expressed that way. If there is, your partner or somebody in a relationship seems to be holding back a lot, when they might be going through something, but male or female, if there is some thievery going on, or just something wasn't something legit, it's being mirrored in each other's actions. Somebody also might be leaving a job. They're like, you know what, I'm going to take my skills for your pence that you've offered me, and I'm gonna take them somewhere else because of a boss that's just not nudging. Like the alchemy of give and take wasn't equal. I don't even think it was fair.
Castle.
I just don't think it was fair. I don't know that equal was the right word. Nonetheless, but I have here 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. And this is where that through all this force and this frequency and this work that's being done, I don't even want to lead with like hope, but I can see the others. Like there's so many opportunities of like seeing it like the cup, like taking the 2 of Cups and see how like it's all exchanging, but you have like 10 others. And it's like there's been a child in your reading, and the male and female energies, masculine and feminine, earthly expressions are not my concern. everything is coming together. I feel like there's just been a burst of something, or there's been this awakening of some sort, and now it's digesting, feeling the feels, looking around, gratitude, grateful, and it's like when the male and females come back and replenish and say, okay, it's like that one thing I heard, I can't remember her name, but it was really good advice. Like in a marriage, it's not 50-50. And whether this marriage is, you're married to your work, or you're married to a partner, or you're, married to your relationship, but it's not 50-50. Like it's not equal 50-50. It's something to come in, say at the end of the day, or respectfully in your job, whatever the case may be, to your work, and say, okay, I'm coming in. Like if I was to come home, be like, I'm coming home, out of 100, I'm coming in at 70%. And if my husband comes home, he's like, I'm coming in at a solid 30. We're like, okay, between the two of us, we can create that 100%. Okay, so if I have a little bit more and he's maybe had a rough day, whatever the case may be, I'm going to do things to be kind, to help lift his energy up. Not that it takes away from mine. That's not what we're trying to do. It's just simply apply kindness and compassion to say, okay, well, maybe we can watch a, comedy show, your favorite show, whatever the case may be. And then vice versa. If there's a overflow, it's like we both walk in the door like, woo, we're coming in at 80%. This is great. If there's extra, okay, can we apply it to a project maybe we've been putting off, or is there something we want to experience? Is there something we want to do differently? Maybe go out for dinner. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, especially when there's things going on, and if somebody's in a Saturn return state and coming around that bend. Anyway, I hope that made sense. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. I don't know if I can help you, but I'm definitely trying, love. I am so definitely trying. Mummy, change. So the Saturn return, your apothic, and always remember, Ophiuchians, like you guys have this fantastic Akashic apothecary with this ancient knowings, but it's like sometimes this mission it's tough. It's the underworld. It's like sometimes just being here in this task feels like you're in the underworld. The pomegranate's also standing out. Fruits of your labors. Take time to replenish. Cardinals coming through. Also hidden talents. Night song. Good sleep also is coming through. But that 10 of Cups just makes me feel so blissful. Strength. It's in your bones. That it's built in. You are built for this. Death is on the bottom. There is absolutely a change, but you're part of the change. It's like you're the change maker. And inevitably, what comes through is the 2 of Cups it's like the male and female energies come together, replenished compassionately, and then they create the one. That is the child. The 2 create the 1. This doesn't have to be an actual child. It could be the collective of other children. It could be the inner child. It could just be your work, your home. Or keeping it really close and going, the 2 of us are on board. We're going to go for pizza for dinner. The 1, they make one decision, and it brings about this 10 of Cups. I want to note as I'm closing out here, Ophiuchians, from a collective standpoint, you did it. You've done something fantastical for the collective. It's like the singing bowls through the rainbow, the frequencies and the force. Absolutely. I feel like, again, I've said this. Okay, so now there's like I'm seeing it from, I think it's like a Muppet thing. Is it a Muppet? Or Fraggle Rock, something along that lines. And it's like when the mice have a character. Anyway, he's got like a big drum on his pack and all of his stuff, and he's walking away. So like the rats are walking away. I don't know where they're going. That doesn't mean they're disappearing, but you have done something really, really well worth patting yourself on the back for, worth taking a break, worth taking a breath. And surrounding yourself with the ribbon and knowing that it is known. The work that you do, it is known. Subconsciously, consciously, cosmically, galactically, inner child, inner adult, whatever you want to call it. Please know, Ophiuchians. July is a big month, but you did it. Okay. I will see you soon for either a mini in between or in August. Oh my goodness. For another fresh ink blot. If you're interested in a personal, the link is below. If you want to donate, all that kind of great stuff. Until next time, Opis, thank you.